Geek Out! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Out Championship Wrestling, a wrestling podcast that has the gall to, be presented pay-per-viewly. I had it, and it lost me. I am no Paul Heyman. But
that was quite the hype promo.
That was pretty good.
Thanks. We do a podcast around every pay-per-view for the WWE. We talk about wrestling. I am your host with the most, Mr. Christopher Nolan.
That's right.
Sitting next to me is my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Timmy C.
Yellow.
And live via satellite from the world, that WWE restaurant from Times Square, or in Times Square, Mr. Stephen Harvey.
The A-lister, Hollywood Harvey.
I don't know if you want to associate yourself with the Hollywood moniker. It's still tainted.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll take it back.
Although apparently he might be in Expendables 4.
Hey, there you go.
I saw a little like teaser image that showed him standing next to like Sly and all the other guys. Not like a production thing, just like some fan made a fake poster. So it's probably fake.
Yes.
But I could also see them putting him in it.
I do know that they might do a movie based on the whole Gawker sex tape trial with Hulk Hogan.
I hope it's a WWE Studios movie.
With Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh God, yeah.
So
we got Fastlane coming up, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
The biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, if you get excited for this pay-per-view, you must be a Cleveland Browns fan because this is terrible. I mean, listen. You're watching Fastlane because you have nothing else better to do on a Sunday, and you're a fan. But you know this is not going to be a good pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Somebody's at least going to win, though, so it's not entirely accurate.
That's true. That is true. For all of you Cleveland Browns fans, there you go.
I love that Steven is a Cleveland Browns fan, but he's also like the loudest, proponent, desponent, one of the loudest people that I've heard make fun of the Cleveland Browns and their fans.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it's you and the Miz, right? Is the Miz a Browns fan?
Ziggler
and Dolph Ziggler, yeah,
and Jerry Lawler of all people.
Oh, there you go.
And Dean Ambrose is from Ohio. I have no idea if he's a Browns
Cincinnati.
Fan. He's from Cincy.
I said Ohio.
No, you're
fine. It is the whole state.
You're like a Bengals fan, though.
I'm just saying. I
know.
Pump the brakes there, Steve.
Yeah, Steven, calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, jeez. I mean,
hey, say one thing about the Cleveland Browns, whether it's right or wrong.
They're like Hatfields and McCoys. They don't get along. It's two different cultures.
Whoa.
It's like Giants fans and what's the other one?
Jets.
Way, we struck a nerve with Steve. Yeah. This is good. We need to.
Cincinnati is like Kentucky light.
Oh boy,
this is just right across the river.
Jeez. Speaking of
just across the river,
yeah, we've got WWE Fastlane coming up, and this is SmackDown's version of limping into WrestleMania. Because really, I mean, I don't know. I looked at the card, and I don't know if there's really much to get excited about. But you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's see what we think of the matches. I'm sure Steve will pick all the favorites and then brag about that. But hey, let's get started. What do you want to start with?
Well, I thought we'd start off with one of the probably the least. I don't know. What the hell am I trying to say?
Anticipated?
At least like the most thrown together match. How's that?
Oh, the women's.
You didn't narrow it down.
I know. To me, the one that I was most surprised is on the card: Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella.
I gotta say, if I can jump in, what a waste of a Money in the Bank briefcase.
Right,
Carmella.
I mean, she's no Baron Corbin.
She's worse because at least Baron Corbin had fans boo, or at least make some sort of noise when he came in.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything. You could hear a pin drop every time Carmella gets in the ring, or every time she walks down, or every time they see her. I mean, I don't know what their plan is for her, But it still kills me that they couldn't have put this on Becky Lynch instead of her.
They definitely have not utilized the fact that she is Miss Money in the Bank. Beyond just like every once in a while, she's like, I'm Miss Money in the Bank. Like she's attempted to cash in twice the entire time she's had it.
One? I don't know if one failed to cash in attempt. That and she's ever going to be forever tainted because technically the first women's Money in the Bank winner was
the Chinless Wonder.
I forget his name.
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth. Yeah.
James Ellsworth. Yeah, he's technically the first women's Money in the Bank winner.
No chin music.
Who, thanks to my boy SJY 3000, told me that he got fired because he got lazy and got fat. So, would he technically get a double chin at that point, or no?
Or is it a single chin?
Hey, he's got it made. I just saw on Twitter he's got an indie match coming up versus Hornswoggle.
Ooh,
with Frank the Clown as the special referee.
Ooh, wow!
Talk about Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
I know. That's going to be Savage Steamboat all over again.
But yeah. So, what was the build-up for this match? Like, was it the thing that they showed this week on SmackDown, where they had a flashback to last week, where Becky was like, "Oh, I'm going to beat Carmella." Oh, Twitter.
Yeah, and like Becky saying she's the Twitter champion or something.
Yeah. And that's all the build-up there was to this match, and randomly it's a tag match.
I pretty much because Natty had a really awkward promo where she was trash talking Naomi, but she wasn't even looking at her. She's like staring at the camera, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
To be fair, the WWE has a history of the people not talking to anybody when they're doing promos.
And watching TVs at the most awkward angles.
Well, it's to me, it's always looked like they're reading off of cue cards that are in the worst position ever, because it doesn't look like they're talking to the person that they're talking to. It doesn't look like they're talking to the camera. Either one of those would be more acceptable than looking off into the distance, which is what they always are.
Well, it's because they're looking at us. They're looking at the fans. They're looking at the crowd.
Yeah, but they're backstage.
Yeah. Oh no! Like they're talking to us.
Oh,
come on!
But they're still looking at my poster of Superman over there when they're doing it.
Oh. No, I don't get it.
But yeah, so like, the one thing that I like threw in my notes, I was like, well, maybe. Oddly enough, speaking of Carmella, maybe this is going to be a way to try to show off Carmella, and maybe since there is a women's title match, I'm poking Tim just to piss him off. She'll attempt cash in at this pay-per-view, maybe
to win.
Well, not in the same match. I'm saying, but like they're in the match, like they might have Natalya and Carmella win to strengthen Carmella, and then after the match with Charlotte and Ruby, maybe she cashes in to help remind people, oh yeah, Carmella can kind of wrestle,
and put her over Charlotte.
I am not saying that, like, I'm just why not?
You're really going out on a limb.
Hey, you know what? Why not?
The only way that would work. The only way that would work is if Charlotte won, and then she's celebrating, and then the Riot Squad jumps her, and then leaves her. But then all of a sudden, then she comes running in after the Riot Squad. Beat Charlotte.
That's basically what she tried to do a couple weeks ago on SmackDown, but the ref was taking his sweet time.
Guys, we're being way too creative. This is beyond.
I know. WWE creative is not this creative.
This is beyond.
Especially SmackDown. SmackDown's just been like the one thing SmackDown's changed is PowerPoint graphics.
I tell you,
the only PowerPoint graphics I want are on Drew Gulak's PowerPoint that will never happen.
Oh, I know.
SmackDown wasted a golden opportunity, and that was with Daniel Bryan. I said this months ago, they should have done something with this storyline.
Yeah. And
they've done nothing. And
where the shades of gray, where him and Shane were kind of like bickering with. I love that.
The Shanes of Gray?
Nice.
Oh my God, yes. 50 Shades of Gray.
50 Shanes darker. 50 Shanes freed.
Will you jump off a Hell in a Cell for me, even though everyone knows you're going to miss?
So
So, I mean, I don't know. I guess my issue with this match and some of the others, I don't know, maybe the rest of the card, is the lack of stipulations in the matches. You know, there's no gonna put your WrestleMania opportunity on the line. No, you're putting your career on the line. No, you're putting whatever on the line.
You're not even putting your holiday on the line.
There's nothing. Oh, hey, by the way, happy Rusev Day.
Happy fucking Rusev Day. We forgot to do that all Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Steven, happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day to you as well.
But
by the way, Steven, I must say your audio has never sounded clearer. I appreciate it.
Oh.
That is unfortunate.
So I mean, we do now get the full range of his terrible voice.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with Smark and Mark. I'm a Becky Lynch fan. Really, I mean, this is how I am for all of these matches. I'm just going off of who I'm a fan of because.
Well, I mean that is what Mark predictions are supposed to be.
It is, but it's not really going out on a limb. So I kind of feel like Steven here that I'm kind of going chalk, but I'll go with Lynch. Lynch and the glow stick.
Steven, who you got?
Is that what Jay calls his Uso? His little Uso, the glow stick?
Yeah.
I have no clue.
You gotta shake it to turn it on, baby.
Just don't snap it to make it go. No, I gotta go with Lynch and Naomi too, just because for some reason, I don't know, and for the fact too that they really seem to like whoever the Money in the Bank champion. If it's a heel, they always have the Money in the Bank champion lose up until the moment they cash in. So I got to go with the Irish glow sticks.
The glowing green Irish beer. I'm gonna be a little bit different, and I'm gonna go with my ridiculous prediction for my Smark pick, and say that they might be having Natalya and Carmella go over, but my Mark pick is still I too am a fan of Becky Lynch. And I will always be rooting for her in my markiest of marks.
Yeah.
And my funkiest of bunches.
She'll kick your lass.
Woo! Certified lass kicker.
Well, as we were talking about Rusev Day, we've got Shinsuke against Rusev.
Indeed. Another match that I felt kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, Nakamura hurt Aiden English's voice.
That's true.
And he is the voice of Rusev Day. Yeah. So I can understand why Rusev would fight for his boy.
Mm-hmm. By the way, speaking of which, that promo on this week's SmackDown where Shinsuke sang.
Yeah. He got some pipes on him, dude. I was impressed.
I want him... I want some swerve to happen where he and Aiden English tag together and they're like they're like two tenors.
Oh no.
It's like the vaudevillains, but they sing instead of, are in old timey movies.
Instead of the golden lovers, you have the golden singers.
Ooh.
I think this could be a surprising match.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good match.
Rusev and Nakamura are always able to bring, some good shit. So I could see this being a great match. I just was kind of like, oh, okay, this is happening.
Yeah, Steve, what you think?
This is going to be a good. See, the thing is, it's going to be a great match in terms of like wrestling because they're both very good wrestlers. It's just the build up to this match is so sudden that it's kind of hard to get emotionally invested into it. Mm-hmm. There's nothing on the line. Like if Rusev had said, "Oh, if I win, I get your WrestleMania shot," it would be some drama in there, but it's just, we're going to wrestle because, they gave up on SmackDown.
Yep. And that's like what the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania should be. Everyone that has like a WrestleMania opportunity, it should be on the line. I mean, you kind of get that with AJ because his championship is on the line.
Yeah.
But
that's at least got some drama to it, but that's like the only one on the card.
Yeah.
I don't know. My Smark and Mark are Shinsuke.
My Smark is Shinsuke. My Mark out is Rusev Day.
I am right there with you, Timothy.
Happy Rusev Day.
Happy Rusev Day, and I'm hoping it will be a happy Rusev Day for all, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be because, I don't see them letting Shinsuke lose.
Oh, come on!
Right before WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we've got the United States Championship. We've got my boy Bobby Roode, who is
glorious
against Randy Orton. Two kind of faces against each other, and then now they're throwing the curveball with the Jinder Mahal entry into this match. I haven't seen anything confirmed on it, but he did beat Randy Orton, so I think they're going to add him to the match. And plus, you need a heel in a match. I would think.
I mean, I feel like everyone can agree that Randy in real life is a heel.
That's true. But I think
he vapes.
He's kind of a dick.
But I think if it was just Roode against Orton, I think that'd be a pretty fun match to watch.
Yeah, it
would be a great match, yeah.
I've always been kind of lukewarm on Randy Orton at best. And as much as I love Bobby Roode, like this particular match at least, I've got nothing. I'm like, okay, I want Bobby Roode to win.
Yeah. No,
go ahead.
Well, and you kind of get that sentiment across the card.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that's really jumping out outside of the Fatal Four. I mean, the 6, the 8, the 24-pack challenge.
Yeah. The 40-man Royal Rumble.
The 50-man they're having in Saudi Arabia.
That's true.
Yeah.
The biggest Royal Rumble has been outshined
That's a lot of
by
dudes.
a biggerist. A lot of genuine wrestle boys.
Anyway, what were you saying, Steve?
I was going to say, like, with Randy Orton, you don't get a bad match out of Randy Orton, but I feel like if you've seen one Randy Orton match, you've kind of seen them all. He's going to do the hand stomp, the middle rope DDT. I don't know which move I've seen more, his middle rope DDT or Dean Ambrose's springboard clothesline thing he used to do.
Yeah.
Or the 5-knuckle shuffle, or the people's elbow.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a signature move. Steven.
Yeah, come on.
You can change it up once in a while.
Come on.
You know what? To be fair, Bianca Belair on this week's episode of NXT did not do her hair whip, and that is her capital S signature move.
Right.
It's her finisher, and she
didn't
even do it.
Twitter war. Her hair flip. It was like a whole Twitter war between her, Goldust, and somebody else over the hair whip.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool move. I like it, but yeah, I was actually quite glad. If I can tangent on her for a second, I was quite glad that she didn't use it, because I was like, good, don't use that every single match, especially if it's a squash match, because that's what it was.
Speaking of NXT, how about the new belt that they introduced that they're going to have for the next takeover? I
actually have not seen that yet.
Oh, then you got to go check it out. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Thank you.
But it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Did someone else come on their belt and they have to redesign it? Because that's why we got new belts like 6 months ago.
Yes.
Or a year ago?
Was it a year ago?
Yeah, it was Asuka was still the women's champion.
That's what I thought.
So yeah.
So anyway, I got a smart and mark of Bobby Roode. I think he retains. I think he takes it with him to WrestleMania, and I'm a mark for him. So
yeah. I'm marking out for Roode, but something tells me on my Smarky side that they might give it to Orton, because they've been making a big deal about how this is the only title he hasn't held.
Yep. And they wouldn't bring that up unless like, Randy Orton's never won the United States Championship. Yeah. It's like saying the odds are against John Cena.
Yeah. All right. What
and
you guys
may
need?
the odds forever be in John Cena's favor.
No, my mark is Bobby Roode, obviously, but my smart, like Chris said, is Orton, just because they keep making what a big deal it is that he's never won the United States Championship. So it's so they'll probably have a rematch at WrestleMania, but I think Orton wins the United States Championship.
Okay. All right. What about this tag match we've got coming up with Usos?
No.
And the New Day. Is that the best that they can have in a tag match?
I mean, to be fair, they do bring out the best in each other.
They do.
Yeah, like they had a pre-show match a couple, almost a year ago at this point, probably like 6 to 8 months ago. That was like the best match on the particular card. But when it was all said and done,
you have so much momentum with Rusev Day that you cannot have that tag team in this match. I don't know. Just saying.
No,
because
Aiden English is injured. He can't sing.
Right. He can't wrestle if he can't sing. It makes perfect sense.
Yep. You know what? You bring up a fair point.
That's the equivalent of Samson's hair. You know.
I was just gonna say that.
You mess up Aiden English's pipes, ladies.
Well, you're on a roll today.
I know.
You really spitting fire.
Straight fire. Ooh.
So what
now that we've acknowledged it, though, I'm gonna just hit a brick wall.
You might as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, going with Smark and Mark in this, everyone knows my big fandom for the
Usos.
Right. I can't even say them. It's just I can't even get that sentence out.
You are looking to move into the Usos penitentiary.
No,
you're kidding. He's practically the warden.
Woo!
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, this for me, from a Smark perspective. Sure, they'll keep the belt. They'll move on to WrestleMania. Why not? From a Mark perspective, I can't root for the Usos. Like, there's nothing about me. And I'm not a huge fan of the New Day. Mm-hmm. We've talked about this in the past, Chris, about when are they going to break them up.
Yeah.
But, from a Mark out perspective, I guess if they
You're
play that
be
trombone, I'll get up and I'll do the Big E wiggle and the whole deal. So I'll do it. It's fine, but I'm not happy about it.
I'll do it, but I'm going to complain the entire time.
Yeah.
Welcome to the internet wrestling fandom.
You can boo all you want. You're going to watch it.
That was the best line ever.
It was, and it was like that was what WWE Creative thinks every time people, threaten to cancel their WWE membership.
Oh, because Roman won, I'm canceling the network. Oh, look, there's a new special one.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, an Undertaker half-hour special. That's worth my $10. I feel like the New Day have gotten to a point where the WWE really like where they are. They're a fun comedy act. They're great for the kids.
Yes, of course.
So I don't see them doing anything drastic with them anytime soon, much to your chagrin, Tim. But I mean, I don't know.
Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Come on.
I mean, the Usos are going to crush them.
Lock down.
Lock down.
Don't you,
hey, Tim,
don't you dare be sour.
You know those hairs? They're on the back of your neck. They're standing up. That's not paranoia. That's the Usos.
Have a random pair of handcuffs too. I'm like, what freaky deaky stuff they do in the locker room? Why don't we just have a pair of handcuffs handy?
Yeah. I don't know what Naomi's into.
Well, there was that episode of Total Divas where they wanted to bedroom role play, and that didn't work out.
That was so awkward to watch. I like the Usos in the ring, not in real life. Anyway, for me, I'm smarking and marking out to the Usos because I agree. It makes no sense for them to, to knock them down, take the belts off of them.
Right.
It would be interesting. I wouldn't hate another.
It'd be a nice way to change things up a bit.
Yeah. But I feel like they've put a lot of if they didn't take the belts off of the Usos back when one of them got pegged for DUI, then I don't see why they would do it now.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why my Smark and Mark are the Usos too, because I think this is going to be like the final, the grand finale to the Usos New Day feud, and I think they're going to set up.
This is their third pay-per-view match, right?
And the Hammer Brothers for WrestleMania.
The Bludgeon. Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers.
The most metal theme song.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they'll start using it like Triple H uses his sledgehammer which would
be fine
as a pool cue.
Yeah.
All right.
But so bring these big hammers to the ring and they don't use them. It's frustrating
because they're foreign objects, sir.
But they're heels, sir.
You're a heel.
Boy, I hate to break up this match, but hey, we've got another one to talk about. The women's match. We got Charlotte against Ruby Riott. So Charlotte's essentially taken out everyone but Ruby so far in the Riott squad over the last couple weeks. And here we go. Another match that they're not going to take the belt off of Charlotte. Charlotte's their biggest draw. I still think Asuka is going to challenge Charlotte. Just a hunch. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
she still hasn't announced.
She hasn't, but I think...
And the fact they keep hinting it's going to be Raw makes me think it's going to be SmackDown.
It's called a swerve, kid.
My only concern with this match is I hope they don't bury Ruby. I hope they showcase the skills that she does have in the ring.
She's a great wrestler.
She is, and I hope it's not a squash. I hope that this is a good challenge, but ultimately this is Charlotte.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider the other matches that Charlotte has had with like Liv Morgan, Bay, and Sarah Logan as like squash matches per se. Like definitely haven't been like showcase matches. Like I agree should be what Ruby gets.
Hasn't been real 50-50.
Yeah. Like it's still been like Charlotte's dominating.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I would love to see a phenomenal match because like Ruby, like when she was in NXT, Ruby was just running the gamut. She was doing great, even though I feel like she didn't spend that long in NXT. Granted, I understand that she was, an indie darling. She didn't need to be helped out by NXT.
Right.
Unlike like Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan.
That's true.
Who I also agree got brought up a little too early, but that was a discussion we had months ago. But yeah,
if your favorite pair didn't get enhancements, I think they would have been up a little bit earlier too, though.
Yeah. But yeah. So it would be cool. It'd be cool if this was a great match. I see it having the potential to be such.
It could steal the show, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see a lot of near falls. But ultimately, I think Charlotte comes away. Smark and mark for me, Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm smarking to Charlotte, but I've made this known a couple times. I'm still kind of like wishy-washy on Charlotte. Like how I think mostly because she's still being presented as a babyface and she works much better as a heel. So I'm kind of with her right now. So I think that I would actually, be more marked out if Ruby went over. I doubt that it's going to happen, but I think it would be fun. And I also miss Ruby's short hair.
Oh.
They made her put extensions in, and I think they've just about grown out. It was really weird because like she was on NXT and she had her short hair.
Really?
And then like a week later she's on SmackDown and she's got long hair.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to say this.
Like what time lapse hyperbolic time chamber shit is this?
Really? We're really talking about this?
Hey, you want to talk about Randy Orton's weird hair?
Oh my god.
He's got weird hair too.
So Steve, what do you think about this match?
I'd smark and mark Charlotte because I think Tim hit the nail on the head. I think Asuka challenges Charlotte, and then I think you have Nia and
Steven,
Alexa
you should be seeing Tim dancing around so excited right now. I never thought I would see him this excited to be agreeing with you. I figured he'd be trying to kill himself.
Yeah, way to make up stories over here. I couldn't be more bored out of my mind every time that comes out. But no, that's fine. I mean, I think our last podcast was probably one of our better ones, because we were kind of on a streak there for a couple, down. But anyway, Steve, you were talking. What were you saying?
I just said that I think that Asuka's going to challenge Charlotte, and then at Raw you get Nia and Alexa for the title because they're going to break that up after that really hard to watch segment where Nia just broke down crying.
Yeah, so they're going to break up Nia and Alexa for the 5th time.
Right.
Yeah. This time I think it'll hopefully stick and not make Nia look stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel really bad for Nia.
Yeah, but I still think you could make her look strong like they did with Braun without making her cry.
Yes.
And you can make her a face without making her come across as weak. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is.
I mean, I get they're trying to mean girls Alexa by doing that really racist promo against Asuka.
That was terrible.
And then now making Nia break down crying.
Yeah. But
I was kind of surprised that they didn't have Bliss like swerve her at the end, kind of like what she did at the end of Elimination Chamber. Like I like felt it coming when she was like being like really
sweet. I'm like,
yeah, and I was like, oh my god, please don't be like, and you're just a loser, and just walk away. I was like, I can't handle the heartbreak.
Yeah, but her promo after the pay-per-view was great, and then the next night it was one of the worst promos. It was like, come on.
It wasn't quite Bailey, this is your life bad, but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah. Bailey, this is your life. You could tell that she even hated it.
Yeah, that was terrible.
She was trying her best to polish that turd, but it was just so bad.
Yeah.
So we've got the last matches for the WWE Championship.
The entire locker room.
Cooks.
The entire locker room versus AJ Styles.
And I think off the bat, you can immediately eliminate Ziggler, Corbin, and Cena.
Now, need I remind you of the U.S. title match with Ziggler where he won, and we had said the exact same thing. Now, I am just saying that to be contrarian. I totally agree with you, but I just want to remind us. I don't want us to have the goldfish memory that Vince McMahon expects us to have.
Oh, I have a goldfish memory.
That's all right. I think last month I was saying that I do too. I am almost the perfect fan because I don't remember anything Vince doesn't want me to remember.
Yeah, actually, Apollo Crews just called in and said he agrees with you.
You know what? He was better when he was Apollo Crews.
That's true.
He was better when he was in NXT. I said it.
He was better as Uha Nation. But anyway, I did like the booking of the match on Tuesday, though, on SmackDown, having Sami Zayn win.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, that was surprising. See, that was good television.
Yeah.
That was good television.
That's how you know it's going to be a bad match.
Do I see it's going to... Exactly. Do I see that happening again? No. I see AJ Styles winning.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm a big fan for the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. So, I mean, I do hope...
that runs the place.
There you go. The champ that runs the camp. Yes.
SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built. You're an
idiot. Steve, what do you think about this match?
I got to go AJ Styles. I think the over storyline is that Cena loses and he gets so desperate that he actually does challenge the Undertaker, and that they have the Undertaker Cena. But I think AJ wins. But like you said, you can immediately count out Baron, and I hate to say it, Ziggler, because I like Ziggler.
Just because he's an Ohio boy.
I like his hair metal thing too, though. He's kind of like David Lee Roth meets Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
I don't know. He was better on the Spirit Squad.
I loved him when he was the lead singer of Poison. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know Ziggler, when he was doing that gimmick, when he was impersonating people's entrances, SmackDown was in Chicago, and I was really hoping he would do CM Punk's entrance.
It would have been wonderful.
Just to do the ultimate troll, but they didn't pull the trigger on that. But no, AJ Styles wins, and then Cena goes off the deep end. It's like, Undertaker, I demand you fight me.
I kind of had a similar feeling that like the Kevin and Sammy, like, this is going to be a thing that really like springboards their destruction of friendship, because WWE hates friends. And I feel like they're really hinting at John's going to lose this, and he's going to go through a why am I even here kind of phase. Mm. And I was thinking if they do get him versus Taker, maybe this could lead to a loser retires match, and they could once and for all put the nail in the coffin, as it were, on the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Yeah, because then someone will finally have beaten his streak again.
Yeah. And again.
So Steve's going with angry Cena. You're going with sad Cena.
Yes.
I
am expecting him to walk out of this pay-per-view 2 the sad walking away music from the Incredible Hulk TV show.
And he hitchhikes up the ramp.
or just a lonely trumpet, or a lonely bugle.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistake.
And then he just walks over to Nickelodeon, where he's the executive producing a new game show.
That's right. And get slimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that skit that he did on Fallon the other night?
The one with the
yeah.
Yuck.
If you have not watched with John Cena on Jimmy Fallon's late night talk show, I highly recommend checking it out because you get to see him act like a little girl.
How does he not plug Fastlane during any of his time on Jimmy Fallon?
I didn't actually watch the rest of his thing. I just watched that skit.
But none of it. But anyway, so Smark and Mark for me, AJ Styles. The phenomenal one.
Same.
And let me guess, Steven's going to do the same thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just because I don't see anyone else winning. The only person who would legitimately have a chance would be Cena.
Because Steven is pushing for the tie again.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, because no one else has legitimately, and they seem to be, the storyline seems to be the mental breakdown of John Cena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's either going to get really angry or, like, just because his promo after Elimination Chamber, I was just waiting for him to, like slit his wrists or something. My God.
Are we gonna do a split up between KO and Sammy at this pay-per-view?
I think so. I think that's what's happening.
And then we'll set it up for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Or KO Mania 3.
Yes.
I saw the shirt.
I know. I have KO Mania too.
Yeah, I kind of want the new shirt.
Yeah.
But I got a Walk with Elias one instead, so I know. That's what WWE stands for. Steven, I don't know if you knew that, but
I was unaware of that. No.
Yeah, no. WWE stands for Walk with Elias.
Which was John Cena's idea, Elias said.
Oh,
how about that?
Makes sense since it was during a John Cena promo.
And John Cena sucks.
Whew. John Cena sucks.
There you go. All right. So Steven, thank you for going out on a limb on a lot of your picks tonight. Chris,
no problem.
Chris, you, I'm impressed. You really did that.
Yeah.
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 You had a couple picks in there that you really surprised me.
I did have a couple picks.
Yeah. That surprised me. I finished with that. Come on there, champ.
And you know what, Tim?
Yeah, buddy.
You chose a couple matches.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple, though.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
Right.
Was anyone keeping track? I mean, I'll make the graph that I usually do, but was anyone keeping track? How different are our picks?
We'll just go down the line. All the favorites Steven picked. And then the ones that were kind of one-offs, you and I kind of went
jumped
one-off
around?
with
Okay.
a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Not a lot. A little bit.
The Talking Smack promo when Daniel Bryan said The Miz wrestles boring.
Yeah. Well, you do like boring pay-per-views, so this is right up your alley. So.
Oh, heavy
there we go.
The crown.
There we go. I got the snort, huh?
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us during our predictions episode for Fastlane.
Yes.
Predictions. Speaking of, are you excited for a new total nonstop deletion?
Yes, Vanguard 1. That's my
yes.
I saw Vanguard 1 in the promo, and I was like, yes!
Yes. With Brother Nero.
And the dilapidated boat.
Yeah, the dilapidated boat. You need the dilapidated boat. Wonderful.
And then the Lake of Reincarnation or Regeneration.
Yeah.
Yes. But who's Wyatt going to bring with him? You know, like he doesn't have...
Maybe... Oh, man, what if he gets tossed into the Lake of Reincarnation and Husky Harris comes out?
Oh, my God.
He, like, shaves his head because he didn't have dreads.
That's true. It shaves his beard.
Yeah.
That would be the best storyline ever.
Or just Bo. Well, no, Bo's got a big beard now, too. Damn it. He can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Maybe he'll bring the Miztourage for no reason at all.
Just so he can go
He'll
back.
He'll bring
to
IRS.
The brothers versus brothers would be a fun match, though.
Yeah.
That would be great. But oh well. But yeah, I'm excited. Very excited.
Mm-hmm. When they cut to like the TNA style video kind of thing,
right?
Like I was like, fuck yes, I am so tired of this talking head like it backstage somewhere bullshit. Laughing for 10 hours. Like this that's Bray Wyatt. That's not broken or woken.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy.
I wanted full broken, like total nonstop deletion.
I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter, but someone tweeted it and was like, "Man, I can't believe they're using TNA footage on WWE." And then Rebby responded to him and was like, "I filmed this last Tuesday, dick." Also, I'm glad that she's filming it and not, like a crew from the WWE.
Yeah.
Because, again, that was what made it great.
They wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we all saw that New Day versus the Wyatt family match where they tried to do a nonstop, a final deletion.
Yeah.
Or the House of, what was it, the House of
Horrors. Ugh.
Yeah. It was not good.
Worst match of this year, and it was last year that they did it.
Yeah.
Like just some poor guy's house that just strung up doll parts in there. Now it's spooky.
Yeah. Well, like I said, or like I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, thank you for listening to our predictions episode. We're going to go ahead and watch Fastlane, and we'll be back in a couple days with our reactions.
Challenge yourself against us.
Yeah, I will post.
Play along at home.
I will post our predictions on the Geek Out Twitter. And see how close we were and how much, Steve and Tim suck at making their predictions.
And follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
And you can see us go back and forth.
Yeah. Tim, what's your Twitter?
At TimmyC84.
Steven?
I actually have two Twitters now. I have my one, what I tweet from, Harvey_S.
Boring.
Yeah, I know. Very boring.
The good one, though. Tell everyone the good one.
Good one. The good one is at my smarky wife, because my wife watches wrestling and she makes all these smart ass remarks. So I made a Twitter account just to share her random observations, which are colorful.
It's the wrestling version of shit my dad says.
Yeah, it's funny.
Much, yeah,
and I am a fan. Everyone go follow that one particularly.
My smarky wife. Follow that.
And then you can find me at the E.G. Nolan. That's two E's in a row. It's not the G Nolan, but the E.G. Nolan. I guess that. But yeah, so, and then you can follow the Geek Out official Twitter at Geek Out Podcast or Geek Out Pod. One of those. You'll find it.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere.
I'll find one of us and we will link to it in one of our tweets.
Internet, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Whatever way you're listening to this, go back because I have posted the link to our Twitter account on whatever bio shits that you're listening. So yeah, Fastlane.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Vroom vroom.
Oh boy,
we're on the road to Wrestlemania. All right, see you.
See you.
This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday. And you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.